Stuart Stinson here from The Weed. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. Good. So, how'd you get started?
I've been a cannabis user for years. The space is really exciting to me. There's tremendous growth opportunities looking at it from a business standpoint. I was presented with the opportunity to join a company called Medical Marijuana Acquisition Company, and with that opportunity, I was like, I got to do it. I got to move to California and join the movement.
Absolutely. So, how did The Weed get started?
The Weed started back in 2006. They, moved locations a couple times, and now we're here. It's got an incredible customer base, incredible following, and we saw it as a great opportunity to get involved.
Awesome. So, weed actually stands for something. What does weed actually stand for here?
Wellness Earth Energy Dispensary. That came about through, as with everything, we want to be looking after everybody's wellness, their health. There's a lot of different cannabinoids and everything that everybody can really, help improve your quality of life. Earth, weed grows from the earth. We want to look after that as well. We have recycling programs here for the exit bags, etc. And then energy, weed can create all sorts of different energies, whether you're looking for something more relaxing or if you're looking for something more uplifting. We have it here at the dispensary.
There are a couple different dispensaries down the road here and to your right. So what makes you actually stand out as a dispensary?
What helps us stand out is quality. The Weed always has and has had and will continue to have the best quality in the market. We strive to canvass the market for anything that's a new product, test ourselves, make sure that we have the highest quality. The second thing is supply and variety. You're not going to walk into our dispensary and only see one or two of each item or 3 or 4 strains of flower. You might come into the Weed and see 45 different strains or 70 different strains or 25 different vape cartridges or 100 different concentrate companies on our shelves that you can come and try different products and definitely strive for that supply. And then the third piece that helps us differentiate is you walk in here and it's like an art gallery. We're connecting with the community in a different way. That way, you're not just coming to buy your medicine, you're coming to get an experience and
Absolutely.
Really strive for that customer service, connect with the community.
So I wanted to touch on that first point you had for testing your own products. So how do you go about doing that?
Testing our own products, well, regulation's changing everything now, so it's going to have to come to us to test it. Previously, we always tested our products, so we'd send it out to SC Labs, Analysis, or whoever was fastest or the best at that point in time, and tested all the products, make sure that's high quality, there's not any pesticides, microbials, etc. Now with the landscape changing a little bit, we're having to jump around, but we want to make sure that we have cannabis on the shelves and products on the shelves that aren't going to be harmful, and that that you're getting what you need for whatever might ail you.
Absolutely. So let's dive into that a little bit. So with this new market, new regulations, everything going on with the Bureau, what has changed and what have been your biggest challenges?
So the biggest change is that anybody can walk in here now.
Yeah.
It's super positive. We love that all you have to have is a valid ID, be 21 years of age, and you can come check it out, whether you want to try a new product or just come to a dispensary for the first time and you're a tourist. But obviously some of the challenges are pre-packing, the taxes are a big challenge. It's all stuff that we're preparing for, track and trace systems, etc. But we're going to face those challenges and really continue to serve our customer base the best possible way.
So how have you been facing the taxing? Have you been applying it to everything, or have you been eating it for right now until you figure out?
So we're eating the excise tax here at the Weed. We do have to charge the sales tax and the LA city tax, but we're covering that cost. We're trying to even it out for the patients. We're really trying to look after them, but I can't eat it all. Otherwise, it'd be tough to stay in business, I guess you could say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know there's been just rumors talked about with track and trace, when it actually will come out, what's actually going on with it. So what have been things that you've heard about it?
What I've heard about it, I'm excited for track and trace. I think it's really good for the industry in the long run. If there is something that's tainted in a certain way, it's nice to be able to recall that product. So for the long run, I think it's going to be beneficial to the industry. In the short run, it creates a steep learning curve for us. We've heard all sorts of different things. I don't really know the answer of when it will come, when it won't come. We've heard, in 2 months from now. We've heard 2019. We've heard Q4. So we're all just bracing, and we're preparing every day at the Weed to be able to install that metric system or track and trace system, whatever they're going to go with. Preparing our inventory, preparing our staff. So when that does hit, we're not, stuck behind the 8 ball, so to speak.
Absolutely. So speaking of staff, one of the biggest aspects of the regulations is to make sure that the bud tenders are knowledgeable and know what they're doing, and make sure that the quality product's given to the patient. So how do you guys qualify those bud tenders?
Bud tenders here are my pride and joy. They're my connection to the customer on a day-to-day basis when I'm not out there myself. I've inherited over 100 years of experience here when it comes to buyers, bud tenders. Some people have been here for 13 years, or in the industry for 13 years with this company for as long as we've been around. And, we put all of our bud tenders through a rigorous training program. It's about 90 days long. They learn in an apprenticeship under a senior or lead bud tender, and really learn, from everything from cleaning, how we want it clean here. It's a white space. Everything has to be, dusted up every single day, all the way up into product knowledge. Really learning about the CBD products, really learning about something they might not know about, whether it's an edible or a vape, and then to cashier. And once they kind of get through, then they'll shadow for another couple of weeks until, we can really make sure that they have the knowledge, so they're not fumbling around, not really talking about pricing the right way, not talking about taxes the right way. And with the regulations, we've really had to up our level of training to make sure that everybody's up to speed and providing that level of service that we've always stood by.
Absolutely. So on a macro level, just your opinion,
Yep.
Colorado implements a system for licensure for bud tenders. So do you think that would actually benefit California, or do you think it should just be internal?
I think some level might benefit. My opinion is that we really need to have some of the basics. We try to strive for a higher level of service, but with the market changing, and with potentially a knowledge or a customer base that might not have the knowledge or be as experienced, I think it's important for people to have some basic level, whether it's done by the state or there's some level of qualification. I think that's always helpful.
Mm-hmm. So as you were talking about before in one of the prior questions, with the new customer base, recreational over 21, you can get in. Do you think it's been a knowledgeable experience for these new customers coming in, or are they just wanting to just grab their weed and leave?
I think there's both customers. There's definitely tourists that come in and they're like, whoa, this is awesome. And we love them. We want them to keep coming to the Weed. And they just come in and they want to buy 1 or 2 products. But then there's also people that have, they really want to understand what it can do for them, whether it's a CBD product or an RSO product, or it's been such a clouded industry for a while that there are people that are very, interested from a knowledge standpoint. And that's where our bud tenders come in, our staff, to really help, help them learn something when they come in here. We want that to be part of the experience. We don't want you to feel like you're coming in and it's like, buy and get out. It's come in, learn something if you want to learn something. If you don't, we're happy to service that as well. But we want everybody to be prepared.
So with the new regulations that have come in place, there have been a lot of complaints and a lot of worries about what's been going on vis-a-vis distribution channels, with the bottlenecks going through into testing, to the dispensary, and even the track and trace system. So what do you think the next obstacles are going to be in the next couple of years?
Yeah, the next couple of years, and even if we look closer to the next 6 months, is our biggest obstacle right now is the this black market that's still sort of thriving because of the taxes. We're going to always win on quality. We're always going to win on customer service. But that's something that we'd like to see addressed. Other obstacles are, getting the customers and patients that, were medical and now they're coming into a new world. Just making them comfortable that everything's still the same and the products are going to be tested more. getting product on the shelves is a concern, but there are a lot of people, a lot of great companies out there that are doing it right, making sure that it is tested before it comes to us, making sure that it is child-proof packaging, and there's so many different little things that everybody's trying to accomplish, and so we're working with them. If we notice something that comes in that might need a little tweak here or there, as we understand the rules, we help them and they'll help us, and it's definitely a community, and we're trying to stay positive, and we're all trying to jump over all the same hurdles and make sure that what we're doing is right, and at the end of the day, servicing the customers in the best way that we know how, and really driving home that quality, and what can cannabis do for you, and it's a huge benefit to the whole community to go through these processes and not fight them. Let's all join forces and go together as one, to make sure that we're not running around like this is right, this isn't right. It's like, okay, if this is the way we're going to do it, let's do it this way, and we can all achieve the same thing.
Right. So moving forward with that, there's the public comment period for the actual regulations that are coming in. I think ends in July-ish. So what are some major points you want to address, or you would like the community to address about what's going on with the regulations?
The most important points for the weed is enforcement of the somebody that might not be doing it right, or has no intention of doing it right. That would be beneficial just for the community as a whole, and really just kind of like, let's get it through this public comment period and get the rules so we all understand them, so it's not like every 5 minutes something's changing in any certain way. It's like, okay, this is the playing field, now let's play, and all work together to achieve that.
So one last follow-up question on that. What's your opinion on weed maps with everything that's going on between weed maps and the Bureau?
Yeah, weed maps. That's a difficult question. They have built a great platform, but supporting somebody that might not be doing it right is a difficult topic. But it's at the same time, we still want those platforms around. I don't want somebody to only be able to see me from driving by. In a new tech world, it's very important for people to be able to find you on a phone and be able to read reviews and really learn about what we're doing at the weed, or what somebody else is doing at another shop, or what another brand is doing. I think that they need to play by the rules, and as long as we can all do that together, we want to see everybody thrive.
Absolutely. So what's next for the weed?
What's next for the weed is continuously canvassing the industry for the best quality products. We're very excited about the recreational or adult use, and making sure that our medical patients are still happy as well. Keeping up our knowledge base, keeping the high quality on the shelves, driving home that we're here for them, and our bud tenders are here for them. And we want to continue to grow into 2018, 2019, and be around for a long time.
Are there talks about expansion?
There are talks about expansion. Can't go into too many details, but let's get this one going, and then as we kind of roll them out, we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of different things going on in the market. We've been talking about regulation. It's kind of hard to move licenses around right now. But once sort of the dust settles and all the rules are out and all the regulations are out, I think there will be opportunities for some expansion.
Awesome. Well, Stuart, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.